The whole world is completely covered with stone. How are we supposed to survive here? There is a chest here. Let's open it and take a look. Inside the chest, it only says good luck. It wishes us good luck, but there is nothing inside. Down here, there is a stone block. Over here, there is a dead tree. And below, there is a moss block. The dead tree dropped one stick. Other than that, we have nothing. So how do we survive, my friends? But this challenge cannot stop me. We must use our hands to make a path. Breaking stone with our hands is very slow. We need to dig 20 blocks by hand. Then we will build a monster spawning room. If monsters spawn, we will have a chance to grow and survive. But digging blocks by hand is extremely slow. Still, we must be patient. We have to keep going. After digging for a long time, I finally finished building the monster room. Now we have a large open space. Monsters should be able to spawn. Next, let's stand a little farther away and watch to see if monsters appear. Monsters have spawned, my friends. Look, now we must defeat them with our bare hands. Don't come closer. Move, move. Fighting with bare hands is difficult, but we have nothing else. We are not afraid. After 4 punches, I defeated one. It dropped 1 bone. Very nice. There are 2 more skeletons ahead. They are coming toward us. Let's continue the fight. It's okay. I can respawn unlimited times. Come on, I don't believe I will lose. Great, 2 more bones dropped. Very good, there is 1 more skeleton ahead. I will fight you with everything I have. Now I have 3 bones. I think that is enough for now. First, let's move the chest down and block this path so the monsters inside cannot come out. Next, let's turn the bones into bone meal. Use the bone meal on the moss block. On the first try, a small azalea plant grew. Very good. Let's collect the azalea first, then use bone meal again. Another plant grew. Use bone meal again. After that, remove the moss block. It becomes much easier to clear. Dig a hole underground, place a moss block inside, and use bone meal again. This way, we can expand downward, step by step. Place the moss block, then place the azalea plant. I still have 3 bone meal left. Let's see if this space is enough to grow the azalea. Let's try. It did not grow. Maybe I do not have enough bone meal, or maybe the space is too small. I cannot test it right now, so we must continue and get more bones from the skeletons. This distance is perfect. He cannot hit me, but I can hit his legs. No bone dropped this time. That is very unlucky. Now we can move the chest away. Let's wait for more skeletons to spawn. While waiting, we can break more stone. Maybe the space is still not big enough. Okay, monsters have spawned again, but this time they are zombies. We have moss blocks here. We can block above our head and hit their feet safely. Let's defeat these zombies first. Then new monsters will spawn. I was just getting hungry anyway. These zombies came to deliver food to me. I killed so many zombies, but they only dropped 1 piece of rotten flesh. While fighting these zombies, my hunger bar dropped by 2 levels. That is a big loss. Now this is really testing our patience. Another skeleton appeared. Very good. Hit and run. Hit and run. The path is not blocked. It is not blocked. Since it is not blocked, I will fight him directly. Okay, finally another bone dropped. And this time it is even better. 2 skeletons spawned. Now we have some more bones. Let's temporarily block the monster path. Next, let's continue testing. Take out the azalea plant and see if we can grow it. It worked. The azalea turned into dirt. Now we finally have wood. We can make a crafting table. I can hear skeleton sounds again. Let's listen carefully. There are many skeletons here. Just wait. You bullied me before. Let's make a wooden pickaxe. With a wooden pickaxe, we can mine stone. Break some stone around us. There is stone everywhere. Just mine freely. Now we finally have our own weapons. A stone sword. A stone pickaxe. We no longer need to break stone with our hands. Next, let's make a stone axe. Place another azalea plant and use bone meal again. Let's see if another tree grows. Yes, beautiful. Now cutting trees is much easier and comfortable. Let's defeat these skeletons. Oh, they are fighting each other. Very good. I do not even need to attack. Let them fight first, then I will finish them. Now we really lack food. We have nothing to eat. I have 1 wheat seed. Let me plant it. Oh, it cannot grow. There is actually no light here. Let's make a furnace. Burn some wood and make charcoal. Now make some sticks and craft torches. I remember that crops can grow without water, but they grow slowly. This small farm is our hope. We could use bone meal to grow the food instantly, but that would waste bone meal. I will choose another method. Now I am full again. Next, let's make a composter. After making the composter, we can use moss blocks to get bone meal. Now what we need to do is use moss blocks and bone meal to turn all nearby stone into moss blocks, then break them to expand this area. The moss blocks we mine can be put into the composter to turn back into bone meal. This creates a good cycle. I plan to expand this area large enough to build a big tower in the future. This process is very long and requires patience. That trader appeared again. He just fell and disappeared before. He fell from above, and only 2 llamas were left. Now he appeared out of nowhere, and then fell again. After working for about 2.5 hours, I finally cleared and opened this whole area. I feel that this space is still a little small, because right now we do not have water. We can only build a pathfinding barbecue tower. The way this tower works is simple. Monsters will move towards solid blocks by themselves, but the walls around here are all solid blocks, so this space might still not be enough. We may need to expand it a little more. Let's first build the barbecue tower and see. If we build it like this, it looks too small. No matter how I see it, the space is not enough. Next, let's expand it more to the side and dig 2 or 3 more layers downward. That should be almost enough. When making compost, I turned on the machine for convenience, but when I used bone meal, I forgot to turn the machine off. In one moment, all the bone meal was used up, but it is okay. We still have 3,000 moss blocks. We can compost them again and get more bone meal. In a moment, we need to grow some trees again. This tree is gone again. I forgot to turn off the machine again. Let's collect everything back and compost again. I am really speechless. Alright, now our barbecue tower is finally finished. Look, I dug the area this wide, and I dug this deep below. It took about 7 hours to finally complete the tower. Then I added a circle of solid blocks on top of the tower. Now the monsters will slowly walk toward the center, but many monsters still walk around on the sides. I think it is because there is another layer of blocks above their heads. It may be affecting their pathfinding. Later, we may need to remove a few layers from above. Right now, this tower can already work, but the efficiency may not be very high. An Enderman also spawned and dropped 1 Ender Pearl. Very nice. Before, we had to be very careful when cycling bone meal. If we accidentally turned on the machine, all the bone meal would be gone. Now we do not lack bone meal anymore. With enough bone meal, it means we can eat normally. Even without water, we can instantly grow crops. Finally, we can eat bread.